Welcome, traveler. You must speak the ancient words to... Nah, just messing with you. You ready to play some D&D? Welcome to the party, and this episode of D20 to Curtain, where Oklahoma Theater Geeks hit record and explore our new addiction to Dungeons and Dragons. How is everybody doing? Oh my gosh, we are back. We have been absent for a while with the election and ice storms in Oklahoma.
Yeah, the ice storms, man. Like that was crazy.
Crazy.
People were without power for like 18 days. What do you learn to do? Churn butter? Like, I don't know.
Mr. White Christmas had a field day.
Oh, God.
So that's great.
Okay, listen, Dungeon Master. Red Dirt D&D told me on my next attack roll, I can have advantage.
Yeah.
Oh, Red Dirt D&D. You're a
Came from Twitter. I'm just telling you. That means it's the law now.
Real. It's back.
It is the
Oh
law.
my God. Let us introduce the crew. I'm Jerome. I'm your Dungeon Master.
I'm Timothy, and I'm Allie.
I'm Nesrin, and I'm Kara.
I'm Nesrin and I'm Kara.
That's not it at
Apparently,
all.
we forgot how to do this.
I'm
No.
Kara and I'm eating.
That's not it, really.
Edit.
All right, let's do this again. I am Kara, and I am Nesrin.
Oh,
I don't even know if that made sense.
I'm Jennifer and I'm Eula Reed.
I'm Jared. I'm Jade.
And I'm Jody. I play Lapis.
And guess who's back?
Back again.
Woohoo! One more time.
Yes,
You
here
say
we go.
one
Here we
more.
go. It's our friend, Miss Susan Riley.
Hello. I'm Susan, and I play Mira.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you do.
Yes, she does. We're going to get to our story in just a few moments, but first we have a few announcements. Shout out.
I would like to shout out Scomer, baby. We love ya. Thanks for listening.
And I want to send a special shout out to our friend Ken Dolberry. Thank you so much. And boy, we sure hope to hear more from you because I have a feeling you're going to show up in one of these guest plays. What do you guys think?
Hell yes.
Yeah, I can't wait.
I'd like to give a shout out to Hot AF Slim Jims because that has just given me the roughest 2 minutes of my life.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not going to be the roughest 2 minutes. Wait here for a minute. Give it a second.
I think maybe
Holy
the
shit.
hot AF
The other
part
end.
should have prepared you.
Just a reminder, we are in the last moments of casting our 16 and under one-shot Harper's Tale. If you're interested in being at the table for that one-shot, please send us a voicemail at www.d20thecurtain.com. Let us know your name, your age, and why you love or think you might love Dungeons and Dragons. We want you at the table, and we want to give you a shot to be part of that adventure. We're very excited about Harper's Tale, so we hope you'll join us. And we remind you to check out our next Behind the Curtain character spotlight. We're going to be giving away the swag bag. We're going to have lots of information about where these characters are going and where they've come from, so we hope you'll be a part of that. If you've got a question about a character, your favorite NPC, your favorite story in the arc so far, please send us an email, send us a voicemail, Twitter, hit us up, and we'll be sure to answer that question on the Behind the Curtain episode.
And if those kids play anything like us, it will not be a one shot. It'll be like a 5-shot.
Oh, God. It'll be
A barrel.
Jerome said the other day, you realize it's only been 3 days in game. And I was like, no.
Yeah. Don't be like us
That
kids.
messes my
Yeah.
mind up so
That's rough.
much. I can't even with that.
Yeah, friends.
Don't be like us kids.
Are you guys ready?
Like us.
Hmm.
Yep.
Let's bring the curtain up. When last we met, Allie, Eula, Jade, Lapis, and Mira found themselves in a mysterious underground dragon shrine where they faced awaiting Langdedrox's Cyanwrath. With Allie unconscious, having been pushed from the cavern above and taking Mira with him, Eula revived the fallen while Lapis and Jade protected them. A drunken Mira and a nauseous Allie, victims of a suspect potion, recover and are able to assist in fending off attacks from descending cultists. Despite Lapis's best efforts, she is again bested by Cyanwrath, and the party watches as Jade throws himself in front of his unconscious sister, pleading for her life. Nesrin is shown the cult's hatchery by Yera when they are attacked by kobolds and forced into a life-or-death version of hide and seek. Unwilling to destroy the eggs during their escape, Nesrin cracks one in an effort to help it hatch before running with Yera from the chamber and jumping into a sunken ravine in the corridor ahead. Allie and Eula lead the party in resisting the boastful Cyanwrath before Mira, emerging from the shadows, deals the killing blow to the half-dragon that endangered her family. Still, there is little time to celebrate as the sound of a screaming Yera alert the party to the dangers that lie ahead. Nesrin, you and Yera find yourself in this ravine.
Is there anything in the space, anything pertinent? Like, is there fungus or anything? Of
There's
that
no
nature?
fungus.
Just-
This is a series of rocks. There are a series of some low stalagmites in the space, but largely what you see are the kobolds taking note of you, are starting to move in on your either flank, from your left, from your right. They are pushing forward. You have no weapons among you. You have only yourselves and your instincts. What do you want to do?
I look to Yera and I say, "Can you fight? Do you have anything in you?"
She kind of looks at you, eyes wide. What?
That's what I was afraid of.
Do I look like a fighter to you?
All right. It looks like we're going to have to get out of this hole, but we're going to have to contend with these two first.
4.
4. These 4 first.
Yep.
You know what? Fuck these 4. We're out of this hole. I hope you can climb. I'm going to cover you.
Jump to rock to rock to.
Give me a boost.
Give you a boost. I'm covering you. And I just kind of lean back. I lean back so that she can kind of climb herself up onto my shoulders.
All right. She starts to climb onto you, just because I'm curious.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's okay. That's a 16. She gets up, kind of uses your bent thigh to put her foot up on, gets on top of your shoulders, kind of uses that to get herself pushed up and jump onto the ledge. She's holding onto the ledge, pulls herself up, turns around, extends her hand towards you, and goes, ah!
Is she still, can I still see her? Or she like disappearing?
You can just look up where her hand had been. She pulls back and retracts as she starts to scream.
Oh, great. So I'm going to cast magic missile on the 4 before I have to turn and hightail it up.
Go for it. I'm going to give you one shot to get this nailed before your initiative kicks in.
All right. I rolled, 4, 3, and 4. One takes 5, the other one takes 4, and the other one takes 5.
All right. You extend your hand. These projectiles crash into one, crash into the other, crash into the third. 2 of them knocked back end over end, flipping to the ground, boom, move no more. A third pushes it back about 10 feet, and though it is badly injured, it does not die. This creature, the one who has not been hit, takes note of its 3 companions who have been almost decimated by this attack.
And that was light.
I need you to go ahead and roll initiative.
Uh,
Oh, that can't be a 4, can it? Because apparently, I'm gonna have that kind of roll tonight.
Hell yeah.
Oh, God.
Did we get our dice blessed?
23.
All right, Yera, behind you, you can hear her. You also hear this unknown sound behind you. As peeking over the side of this ravine, you see this small, brownish snout and 2 very large eyes staring at you.
I'm going to start making my way up out of the hole.
Go ahead and make an athletics check.
14.
With the 2 remaining kobolds behind you, you jump up, get your hands up, kind of do a pull-up from Jim onto the plateau. Before you, for just a moment, at about your height, maybe just slightly below, is a flash of brown and green scales as the thing, you can barely even see it, freaked out by your quick motion and the sound of movement, starts to hop off the ground and into the air before landing into the ravine itself. Yera's like, did you see that thing? Did you see that thing?
Do I recognize it's a baby dragon?
Do you know that it's a baby dragon?
No, but I'm assuming.
Make a perception check.
16.
16. With the quickness of the activity, you can still tell that this is a wormling.
I look over at Yera and I say, do you realize what that is?
All right, that'll be your turn.
That's okay.
The kobolds remaining in the ravine. Watching all of this happen, and as the wormling jumps down into the space, they abandon their attention on you for the moment and go to catch the creature. That's a 6. That's a 4. They abandon their pursuit of you and start trying to get their hands onto the wormling as it flutters in the air, not successfully flying, getting a little distance off the ground and moving away, but it's still relatively quick, this creature. And you hear the sound of additional feet coming from the cavern you've just left.
I'm going to go back in the hole. I'm going to grab Ear's hand and just jump.
Okay. Make an athletics check.
13.
You get a hold of Yera's hand. She instantly starts to pull back. But it's too late. You're pulling her forward. Unfortunately, she's been resisting you, so she doesn't have a jump with you. And as you hit the ground successfully on your feet, she does not, and slams into the ground. Ooh. She's going to take 3 points of damage.
Weak knees.
As an additional 4 kobolds makes their way into the room.
You're in some trouble now.
Now there are a total of 6 kobolds. The first group of kobolds, stealthily trying to approach the wormling, make their way, splitting a set of stalagmites, trying to flank the creature on either side, both holding rope in their hand, daggers on their belts. They're focused on the wormling. The first jumps at the wormling. It escapes it. The second gets a hold of it at its wings. It lets out a kind of small cry, and the kobold attempts to wrestle the creature to the ground.
Does it appear he's hurting it?
It certainly looks like it's capturing it. It doesn't seem like it's damaging it. It seems like it's putting up a pretty good struggle, but I'm sure it can't feel great.
So with him struggling, he's on top of it. Is there, so that you're saying, is there's a possibility I could hit the dragon as well?
I think you could hit one without hitting the other.
Okay, I'm going to cast magic missile again, and the one that's on him, I'm going to 2 of the darts hit him with. So it'll take 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 points of damage, and then the second one in the hole 5.
Okay.
And I'm gonna yell, "Get off of it!"
The projectiles on either side, boom, eviscerating the kobold, holding on to the wormling, killing the one who had already previously been injured, but also drawing the attention of the remaining kobolds in the cavern towards you. They start to make their way in your direction, but for the moment, the wormling is free.
Am I still engaged in battle then? Are they here yet?
You're still in initiative. You still have movement.
I'm going to approach very slowly is it wormling? Is that what you said it is?
Mm-hmm.
I cast, so I'm going to cast dancing lights in my hand. Just kind of like seeing if I get its attention.
Can you do a cantrip as a bonus?
No, I can't.
Yeah, I don't think you can do another spell.
Yeah, I'm going to, as soon as the kobolds perish, I very slowly start approaching the wormling.
Are you trying to do this quietly?
Very quietly, very slowly, but I also kind of have my hand, like in Jurassic Park, when the guy does that thing and he sticks his hand out. That's what I'm doing.
Okay. I need you to make a stealth check.
18, and I have it. I just lost a dice. My stealth. Oh, I'm stealthy. 19, 20, 22.
And then I need you to make a persuasion check at disadvantage.
Oh.
Persuasion. No breathing.
Okay, the first one was 17, not with my additional. 17 plus 5, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
You're crouched low, hand extended. The wormling sniffs the air, smells you, turns its head towards you, lets out a growl, but doesn't move from you. That's your turn. Yera picks herself up off the ground and uses the remainder of her motion to crouch towards you. Are you out of your mind? We have to get out of here now. So as she does this, the remaining kobolds step down into the ravine and begin to flank out, trying to match your level of quiet and stillness, and doing a relatively good job of it, flanking both you and the wormling. That'll take us back to you.
I am going to continue very slowly approaching, and I don't acknowledge Yera or the kobolds around me. I just focus on the wormling, and I cast dancing lights in my hand, almost like, I guess, trying to like get a kitten, you know?
Okay.
Like a laser pointer.
Like a laser pointer, yeah. And seeing if but I'm still very slowly approaching. I just holding my hand out.
I always thought of dancing lights as a laser light
I
show.
always thought it'd be fun to have cats.
You are actually hearing the sound of a significant increase in the number of feet in this cavern. However, it doesn't feel like they're moving towards you. It feels like they're moving into this corridor and past back into the room where the eggs were originally. Make an animal handling check.
Oh. 10.
With a 10, the wormling flutters its wings, getting its full height, and takes a half-hearted kind of snap at you. It doesn't hit you or bite you, but it takes a shot to kind of back you up a little bit.
I am going to slow my approach and stop dancing lights. I just softly hum the song that Mama always sang to us. The farmer and the green grass.
The farmer and the green grass. I'm gonna have a different melody for that song every time we do it. All right, good to know. The kobolds, 2 of which are moving towards the dragon, closer toward the dragon, 2 of which are moving closer towards you. 2 are gonna make an attack on you. That's a 20 to hit.
That definitely hits.
That's an 11 to hit.
That does not hit.
Then we've got it's 11, 7, and that's not going to be good.
I'm 14, so one hits.
That's 6. The first kobold tries to swipe at you with its dagger. It's just a little too far removed, and trying to keep its eye on the wormling. It's unsuccessful. The second slashes you right across your extended arm for 6 points of piercing damage. The other 2 kobolds make a swipe, both with their slings, to kind of grapple this wormling. Unfortunately, the wormling is too quick. It avoids contact, but gets further away from both you and its pursuers. You're up.
And there's 2 of them are in there.
There are 4.
3 kobolds. 4. Oh, great. I'm not going to break my concentration. I'm going to keep approaching. I don't want them to have it. I'm going to move to it. I'm actually going to move faster.
Okay, I need you to make an animal handling check.
Ah, shit. I'm going to get eaten by a baby dragon, guys.
Killed it.
2 funerals in 2 days.
19.
You approach the creature. It's watchful, but again, doesn't retreat. And you're roughly about 10. I'd say you're roughly about 8 to 10 feet away from it.
I want to get it out of the hole. I don't have any of my supplies. I have nothing on me, correct? Yeah.
Do you want to check your things? I mean, the extent of what you have is this kind of bag that you used to travel with, and the only thing that you find in there readily is a bunch of food from breakfast.
That's what I was gonna say. I still have do I have the breakfast food still with me? The mashy
You do.
leftovers.
Full of bacon.
I reach into my bag and pull out the food and toss a little over.
Pull out some eggs over my hammy.
Make a persuasion check.
Strong suit. 23.
The wormling lets out again another slight little growl. Not quite a roar. Looks at you. Puts its head down and smells the food where you've
Kind of tossed it like halfway between us.
tossed it toward it. Makes its way into the food. Lowers its head. Gives it a taste. And while he eats it, he's kind of like clearly not a preferred menu item.
Well, it's 3-day-old breakfast.
But to say it was sitting out a while.
I bet he's got a cast iron stomach.
I'm going to say that that's your turn there. The kobolds now realizing that the thing that stands in the way of them capturing the wormling is you
Oh, shit.
and the young girl. They both come after the two of you. Two attacking you. One attacking Yera. That is 14. And that is 5 points of damage.
I'm starting to look a little worse for the wear.
All right. One of the kobolds goes after you, misses. The second goes after you, hits you with a dagger attack across your shoulder, doing 5 points of damage, blood spewing from the wound. The other two kobolds have focused on Yera. The first trying to attack her, doing an additional 4 points of damage. Yera looks very bad. Looks very bad. And the
I'm
other
really bad too.
simply grapples with her. She grabs at her shoulder, pulls back, and falls to her butt and scoops on the ground away from the approaching kobold. She is out of its clutches for the moment. That takes us back to you.
I'm going to turn and cast magic missile again.
Okay, go for it.
The first one, the one that actually hit me, I'm going to able to be 5 points of damage on that.
Okay.
The second one was 4. Next one is 2 on the same one that I hit him with 2.
Projectile into the first, knocking it back into the wall. It hits the side of the plateau that's above you, crumples to the ground after. The second one was the other one that approached you, and the third was one of the ones on Yera?
Yes.
Okay. The second kobold is hit with this magical projectile, and though it doesn't die, it's badly injured. The third hits the kobold closest to Yera, the one who has just tried to grapple with her. It spins it around after hitting it in the upper torso. It is not dead, but again, looks worse for the wear. You hear the continued sound of movement above you. It's sort of like a very stuttered step, 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 step. You're hearing 3, maybe 4 kobolds in this space moving that way, with all of these projectiles flying all over the place, little tiny explosions going on. The wormling, again, extends on his hind legs, lets out its first full roar, and you can hear this raspiness deep from within its throat and body.
I'm going to rush the. I'm going to move forward towards the dragon, but I'm just trying to get him out of the hole at this point now. So, I think I'm going to I'm going to approach. Yeah, I'm going to approach. I'm just going to just toss him the rest of the food, like get with the sack. I'll have the sack open and like expose it and bring it over to him. Yep.
So you're going to do that. You're going to get closer to it and then drop the food in front of it?
No, I'm going to hold on to the sack.
Oh, you're going to hold those to the sack.
Yeah.
Arbuckle Wilderness.
Only the stakes are way higher.
Petting
Really
zoo.
Bad Arbuckle Wilderness.
There's no windows to roll
All right,
up.
let's just do a couple of things then, just because I'm curious to see how this goes. First of all, I want you to roll a stealth approach. So go ahead and roll a stealth check.
14.
Okay. And then I want you to make an animal handling check.
13.
And after this, go ahead and re-roll a new character because you're gonna be eaten by Jurassic
I'm actually really
wilderness.
surprised. I didn't realize I had 3+ on animal handling. Not mad at right now.
Yeah, like at our Buckle Wilderness, there's no chance the giraffe will breathe acid.
I was gonna say this is like evil giraffe.
Depends on what time of the
Evil
season.
Arbuckle wilderness. I've seen some feisty ostriches there.
Body was going this way, but his head was
You
looking.
make your slow walk towards this one. It is agitated. There's too much activity, too many projectiles, too many people approaching, and yet you extend this bag of this
Eggy bacon.
day, 2-day-old food.
Rotten old food.
And it, again, sniffs the air, sniffs the bag. Yep, it is. That's exactly what it's going to do. All right.
Great.
Rancid old food. Sorcerer. Which one do I want?
Okay.
They say I taste magically delicious.
That plus,
Shut your mouth.
that is a 16 to hit.
I'm dead, guys. I have 4 points.
Oh my god.
And that is 7 points of piercing damage as it bites into your arm.
That kills me.
While it doesn't kill you, you are unconscious. The wormling, looking at the food, smelling at it, quickly lunges towards you, bites into your extended arm. You, kind of surprised as you drift off into unconsciousness, the last things you hear are the dragon and Yera gasping as she watches you fall. Your eyes close.
Really hope that you're as like a paladin
Yera's
or
almost
a
unconscious herself.
monk or a cleric or something.
I
that
think she's
can
like I think she's
heal.
like a mother at a zoo that sees one of her children fall into the to the bear enclosures.
Here's the younger version of me. There's no help there.
You've just enjoyed the celebration of having taken out Langdedrosa, and you can hear all levels now of activity in the cavern just beyond the dragon statue. The two berserkers make their way in front of the doorway that leads out into the corridor beyond. What would you guys like to do?
Well, I know what I would like to do, but I don't know how to make it work.
What would you like to do?
I would like to take Langdedrosa's sword, chop off his head, and throw his head at the two berserkers. like one of those things in the Olympics that they swing around and throw it.
Shot put, baby.
Since
Like
you're
a
not saying
shot
this out
put,
loud,
yeah.
I don't know if anybody would stop you.
I'm pissed off enough where I don't even care.
Are they making any aggressive moves? Or are they just standing and watching us?
Right now, they're just standing in front of the door.
I know how to make that work.
All right,
Or if
Lapis.
that's going to take more than like one turn.
All right. Go ahead and roll an attack with your glaive.
Oh God, which dice do I use? They've all been
Lave.
so unlucky lately. Oh, that sucks. That's an 11.
Well, as this body is laying prone, you actually have advantage to this roll.
Sweet. Mother of pearl. That's much better. 22.
Oh.
Hey.
All right. At 22. Go ahead and roll damage. I assume you would use this as a two-handed weapon.
Yes.
Go ahead and roll damage.
I'm assuming I don't know what his he has a long sword, right?
Oh, you're using his sword.
I am chopping off. It's like the girl that got beaten
my
with her own
God.
shoe. I am chopping off his head with his own sword.
All right. Then hold on. Give me just a second. Wow.
It's
You
as
got
if it's a fuck you to
You got a
Langdedrosa.
specific torture fantasy going on here.
Surprise.
It's Lapis.
How are his kneecaps?
Surprise! It's Lapis. She has a torture fantasy.
Okay. Go ahead and roll 2d6 plus 4.
If
2d6
Lapis had an
plus 4.
OnlyFans, she would totally be like this dominatrix.
She has the leatherware. Don't worry. 13.
Lapis, Mira's kind of standing over the body, breathing heavy, from the pure adrenaline from having killed this son of a bitch. And you step up, move her to the side softly, lift his fallen sword just on the ground next to him, lift it up in the air, take it with both hands, over your head, shunk, onto its neck, clean through it. The head just separated from the body by the width of the blade. What would you like to do?
I'm going to pick up his head and slingshot it at the two berserkers at the door.
How are you throwing it? Is it like a baseball pitch? Is it like an underhand?
Underhanded.
Lapis
Just
is
throwing
not
it
an
at their
underhand
feet.
kind of gal.
I get like a
She's gonna, like-
volleyball.
All right, I'm going to say for this that you lift up the head by one of its horns. Hold it in front of the two berserkers.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to show it to him real good.
Their eyes get wide. Do you say anything?
I don't know that she has words. I mean, she is in like full rage mode right now.
I'd like to step forward as she's doing this
As she's lifting
and
it
say,
up.
yeah,
He has words.
and say to them, so are you part of the cult or are you just hired meat here? What's your function here?
They look at you but don't speak.
We are going to let you two run away now because we just killed your boss. So if you're here just for the money, you're not going to be getting paid.
Jesus Christ.
And as you can tell, and I sort of gesture over to Mira, who's probably dancing, the slayer of Langdadrosa didn't even break a sweat.
Or a nail. Thanks.
Now, what do you think she's going to be doing to you? And I give a wink to Mira.
All this is being said as the dragon head hurls across the room at their feet.
Now, you can run away now.
All right, let's see how this works.
Like a hollow pumpkin.
Go ahead, Lapis, and make just a flat dexterity roll.
Because I have Dex. Sorry, never mind.
Yeah, because, here's the deal. You have the strength to get it at them. Do you have the dexterity to get it where you want it specifically?
I rolled an 18 plus 2, so that's a 20.
All right, so as he says, didn't even break a sweat, right into the face of one of the berserkers, the head lands, and then rolls to the floor as they both look down. I need Allie to make an intimidation check with advantage. You've got Mira, you've got Lapis. Let's see what happens.
The rolls are an 18 and a 19. Intimidation is a +4,
Wow.
so 23.
Slay!
All right, then that's what goes down. These two berserkers, who are big men, hulking men, they are going to
Run away.
Lead us to our sisters.
they're going to just watch you as they make their way backwards towards the corridor and out of sight.
Do we hear footsteps running away or?
You hear the sound of them kind of moving quicker as they no longer are able to see them, and as your sight line to them ends. But it continues down the corridor, so it's hard to tell exactly where they're going.
Does crapping your pants make a sound? Maybe
I think I might if somebody threw a giant dragon head at me. Poo myself a little.
So we're alone in this room now?
This room is empty for the moment.
This room is clear. Clean.
Did we hear the yell come from, did it sound like it came from that corridor?
It did.
I have about 40 seconds left or 50 seconds left with my wings. I'm going to use my movement and my speed to move as far as I can toward the yell.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to say, I would like to pursue them.
I move right behind her.
Okay. So Eula, in flight, just takes off down the corridor behind the two berserkers. They take a look at her and think that they're being chased, so they continue to run even harder down the corridor. It's not a super high ceiling, probably only about 10 to 12 feet, and you're seeing in front of you a group of kobolds going into an alcove, coming from your right and going into to the left, carrying something. You can't really see the specifics of what they're carrying at that description, unless you want to roll a perception check.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay.
19.
Sweet.
What you can see is this huddled group of kobolds all together. Nobody's got any 6 feet distance between them, and they're carrying what looks remarkably to you like a very dark black egg.
Okay.
Here in front of you in this corridor, the sound of a female voice, "Get up, wake up, wake up!" But you don't know where the sound is coming from specifically.
How far behind her? Because I followed her. How far behind
I
her?
think you're right on her tail.
Okay.
We'll have followed too, I guess, but I'd like to just look around this room just to see what treasure or anything like that is in the room.
Look around.
Make a investigation check.
Me too.
Yeah, both of you roll it.
A what check?
Investigation.
16 for me.
Okay.
3 for me.
Oh no.
Sorry.
Mira, you're investigating, like you're looking around, but really you get to Langdedrosa's head and just kind of stop, and you're just like, wow, that is something. Allie, you're looking around this area. For the most part, what you take note of is this chest in the middle of the room. You notice that the dragon statue is impressive. You've not taken it in thus far. It's this 5-headed representation of a dragon. This chamber's been enlarged. This small wooden chest is the only thing you see of value readily, and it's got this silver and mother of pearl inlay on it, and it sits on the floor in a corner, just next to the statue.
Okay. I just make the mental note and just say to Mira and just say, shall we follow?
Let's go.
I'm just going to call out, Nessie!
You responded with the emoji with the X eyes.
You say Nessie. She knows her name is Nesrin. As you scream out, "Yet Nessie," the voice that you thought you'd heard silences.
I'm just going to keep flying forward.
You make your way to the end of the room. You see on the ground, in this ravine before you, it's about 10 feet off of the level of the ground of the corridor. On the floor, crumpled in a ball, is a young girl huddled over the body of a female humanoid. There are 2 kobolds remaining in this ravine that you see, in addition to the crumpled figure lying over the body of the female.
I'm going to dive down. I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Healing Word on the crumpled figure.
On the crumpled figure,
Mhm.
or the woman?
Whomever it is
laying-
I mean, I imagine that I could tell or perceive. Do you want me to roll a perception?
Well,
check?
there's a crumpled figure, and then she's lying over the body of something else.
Whatever the body is.
Okay, go ahead.
That's 10 points of healing, whether it's Yera or Nessie.
Okay.
And then I'm going to land in front of them with my shield up, and I'm going to cast Sacred Flame at one of the kobolds. DC 14 Dex save.
All right. I probably should have kept you all in the initiative, but okay. Nesrin, the arcane energy infiltrates your body and wakes you from your unconsciousness. Your eyes slowly open, and you see over you a frantic Yera. As your eyes are opening, you see a figure, blurry as it is, join you in the ravine. It's extended a shield. Flames emit from the creature, and as it does, a kobold leaps out of the way, just clear of the attack.
Have I caught up to them yet?
Sure.
Do you want me to roll initiative too then?
Sure.
Because I'll
Go
kill
ahead,
some.
everybody just roll initiative.
They're all gonna get there eventually.
Oh, sweet potatoes.
25 to 20.
23.
20.
Jade, 20.
Ooh, everybody's rolling good this initiative. Okay, well, never mind.
no gin. Dang.
Lapis, Mira, Jade, Allie. Where the hell did Nesrin go?
She did.
She
She's in
died.
the air.
Died. She died.
20 to 15.
15.
19.
Gotcha. 15 to 10. Oh my God! I gotcha. 10 to 5.
6.
Oh.
Okay. All right. That's.
I have no spell slots left, so nobody else go
10
unconscious.
points, so that was awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
All I had left was second level.
That's going to take these guys up here. The kobolds, the two remaining in the ravine. Just the one just having barely escaped your attack, Eula, is going to come after you, as is the second. Both are going to advance on you.
I'm going to use my reaction to use my warding flare and impose disadvantage on one of them.
Okay. First attack. I'm betting that's not going to hit because that's an 8
Nope.
plus 12. So 12 misses on the first one. The second one is a that is 16 to hit. Misses. Both of these kobold coming at you with dagger attacks. Swipe, shields just in the way. They're catching mostly the wood and of your shield, unable to get beyond it. That's going to take us to Nesrin.
I'm getting on my knees and I'm kind of crawling out of the way. I imagine I'm pretty shaken up and disoriented, and I've still got a bite on me, I think. I mean, I imagine
You do.
so.
You use your waning energy to get to your hands and knees, kind of crawling out of the way near a group of stalagmites that are just beyond you.
The baby, the baby. Where's the baby? The baby.
You're not even really in a position to kind of look around for it. Your eyes are still coming into focus, but that'll take us past your turn. Jade, you're up.
Cool. I'm gonna run to the stuff.
To the
Good description.
stuff.
With the sound of all of this chaos toward the end of the corridor, you just continue to make your way towards the sound. And so I would say that's going to take your turn unless you do something specific on the way. The same is true for Allie. Both of you are running down the corridor, and the only thing you can really see ahead of you is Lapis standing off at the edge of what looks like a hole and staring into it, with Mira running behind you.
Awesome. I'm running to leap into it.
Okay, you're making your way down there. I'm going to say it's going to take your movement to get to where Lapis is before you make the leap.
Cool.
Mira, you're up.
I'm just following along.
You'll use your full movement and your action to dash to get to where Jade is. That'll take us to Lapis.
How far down is the ravine?
About 10 feet.
I would like to jump into the ravine,
Okay.
and I would like to jump by Eula. Are there any? Can I see from the top of the ravine? Can I see the kobolds?
I'm lit up like a Christmas tree.
With 10 feet of height over them, you can look down and see pretty much all the activity that's happening.
I am going to jump into the ravine. I still have Langdodros's longsword in hand, and I would like to swing it at one of the kobolds.
All right. Go ahead and make an acrobatics check. Just because I want to see how this story
Acrobatics
plays
check.
out. Yep.
That's a 9.
Okay. You back up just a few steps and take a running leap into the ravine, sword out and at the ready. You're swinging the sword mid-jump, and as you're coming down, just trying to time it so that you can catch these kobold as you make your way to the ground. Go ahead and roll the attack.
The hero landing.
What plus do I have on that longsword?
In this particular instance, I'm going to make it +4. You're more than capable, but it's not your weapon.
Oh, okay. It's still that's still a 20.
Go ahead and roll damage. 2d6 +4.
2d6 plus 4. 11 points of damage.
Okay. Although it's not quite as smooth as you were hoping it was going to be. You're jumping to the air, hit the ground, swipe Cobalt in half. One side of his body falls one direction, one side falls the other direction. That Cobalt is dead. The second Cobalt looks at you as though, uh-oh.
Do they recognize Langdedros' sword?
Do
they recognize it as his?
I don't know that they do.
I didn't know if he had a special.
It's not, I mean, it's not, they don't know him. They're not close enough to him that they would have seen his
Is it
sword
like
on any regular.
an Excalibur where you
Like,
just
oh my
see
God,
it
it's
and
Luke's
no.
lightsaber. No, it's not quite there. You're not quite there. But one Cobalt down, that takes us to Eula.
I'm gonna look at the kobold that's left and go, hey buddy, slam my hands together and summon a big church bell and gong it on his head. And that is a wisdom 14.
16.
Do they have a minus on their wisdom?
Emily's so impressed with Jin's numbers that she can just.
I know. She knows all this stuff.
-2. So that's a 12, 14.
He makes it. So
Cool.
all that jazz was for nothing.
It's all right. There is a new group of pursuers coming down the corridor behind Allie, Jaide, and Mira. You also hear, and the floor of the room, the cavern itself, the one where you saw the creatures with the black egg, collapses. It caves in. Rocks, rubble, boulders filling that space. The air is filled with dust and dirt, and you can hear behind you. And who's at the back of that group
Of the one,
of people running towards the people in the ravine?
more than likely me.
Me?
It's probably me because I would make sure everyone's in front of me.
Okay, so Allie, you can hear behind you. They do not live. Do you understand me? They do not live. And
They could be talking about anybody.
They are wrong.
and you even hear the wooden sound of a behind you as more and more voices are being added to the fray. Allie, go ahead and roll your deck save.
That's a natural one.
Oh, baby.
Oh my God.
Hilarious.
Allie, oh God, you're making your way, trying to make sure that everybody gets down ahead of you, trying to watch the corridor. You are fully aware of the scope of the enemy behind you. These kobolds are running at you. They're growling and snarling. The explosion goes off. The boulders fall into the opening, and one particular boulder hits the ground, knocks off the opposite wall, and then starts to roll in your direction.
Is like Indiana
As you are
Jones.
looking behind you, you guys have brought up that reference so many times, I figure why not? As you are looking behind you to see if the kobolds are gaining any ground, the boulder that is rolling, boom, clips you and knocks you into the wall. So that you are now between the boulder and the wall of the cavern itself. I need you to go ahead and
Between-
take...
A rock and a hard place.
I need you to go ahead and take 2 points of bludgeoning damage for all that description.
It wasn't a dense boulder.
What does happen as a result of that is that the kobolds continue, almost thinking that maybe you're dead, and they go towards Mira and Jaide that are standing on this precipice.
Are they coming from the shrine where we just came
They
from?
were coming from the shrine.
Okay. All right.
Nesrin, you're up.
Okay. I am. I always do that. Where's Yera and about how far away? Is she from
Yera's
me?
probably about 10 feet away from you.
What happened? What's going on? Is she's alive, right? Yeah.
Yeah, she seems to be alive, but looking very bad.
What happened to the dragon? Where is everybody? What's going on?
She'll pull closer to you and go, things got crazy. The little dragon shit bit you. I don't even know where he is. And
Did he get away?
I haven't seen it. I'm not really looking for the dragon. I don't know if you've noticed, but things are going crazy
Did they
around
take
here.
it?
That'll be the extent of your turn. Jade, you're up. Go ahead and make a dex save.
Okay. Yeah. That's not good. 11.
All right. You are running down this corridor. You can see the activity. You've just watched as you make your way toward her, Lapis leap into the ravine that is yet out of sight. However, the explosion takes place and the corridor caves in. Boulders hit you and push you to the side, knocking you into the wall. And I'm going to say that's going to do 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Do I hear kobolds after that?
You can still hear the kobolds coming down the corridor, although it's filled with smoke and it's getting difficult to see, but you can still hear them for sure.
Well, I'm gonna head towards the ledge still, but I'm not going to leap in as I had intended. I'm just gonna turn and face the sound of the kobolds.
Okay, as you turn around, you immediately notice you no longer see Allie, although you see Mira close behind you. And in the smoke, you can see the shape of what looks like at least 8 kobolds running in your direction.
I'm gonna yell down, "We have company," and stay there at the ledge until I feel the need to jump down into a hole.
Okay. Mira, you're up. They are close on your tail. The explosion happens just as you're reaching Jade. Go ahead and make a dex save.
Nine.
A 9?
Mm-hmm.
That's with your bonus?
Yeah.
You get hit as boulders make their way into the opening, and it pushes you off of your course. That is 2 points of bludgeoning damage as rock and boulder knock into you. It doesn't knock you off your gate, but you take a pretty good little thump. What would you like to do?
I feel like this is killing my vibe, and there are people chasing me, and there's boulders coming down, and I just want to go, what is going on?
Bitch, don't kill my vibe.
Right? I was so happy a moment ago. This is like a roller coaster.
Don't harsh my mellow kobolds.
Come on, can we just level out my emotions?
What would you do you take any action? Do you
I don't feel like there's any action to take, is there? Like, can I want to get to a prominent, like, fighting position so I can defend myself.
Okay, then you could hold your action. You could hold your attack until a kobold comes into range of you.
Okay, yes, I want to do that. I'm ready.
All right,
I'm ready.
Go ahead and hold that attack. Lapis, you're up.
How close is Yera to me?
Yera is about 5 feet away from you.
And we still have the other kobold down there?
You still have another kobold down there.
I am going to attack that kobold.
All right.
Do I recognize Yera? I mean, does she look enough like Mira where I go, hey, I bet this is Mira's sister?
With the level of quickness that everything is happening at, you'd have to take an action to use a perception check to kind of look at her and kind of see her face.
Okay, then we're just going to get rid of that kobold. I still have Langdodrosa's broadsword in my hand.
Yep.
That's a 9, 10, 13.
13 hits.
And it's 2d6s. 9 points of damage.
The great sword swooping across, you're bringing it back around your head, all of this taking just a fraction of a second, and bring it down through the other kobold. That kobold dies.
I'm going to cross to the stalagmite and see what's going on over there.
Okay. That'll be your turn. Eula, you're up.
Lapis, we got to get out of here.
Yes.
That's my turn.
Okay.
I'll cross over to the edge where I can see Jade, where I can climb up next round. I'll probably need Lapis's help.
Oh, okay, I got you. Allie, you're up. Go ahead and make a strength check, athletics check, or dex, whichever one works for you.
Acrobatics or athletics?
Yeah, you can do acrobatics or you can do athletics.
Acrobatics, because that's higher. 13.
All right, with a 13, you're able to squeeze your body out from between this rock and a hard place and get clear of the boulder. You have the remainder of your turn.
Would that be my action, though?
That would be your action.
How far in front are all the
They're
other?
ahead of you by another 20 feet, but unaware of you at this moment.
Okay, I'm just going to take a breath and just check the back door, make sure no one else is coming, and that's going to be the end of my turn.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check.
That's a natural 20.
Hey. Every
All right,
opposite
with
of
a natural 20.
There's more.
Well, it's a 23, so
You see, there are two humanoid figures standing in the doorway. They are starting to slowly make their approach. They have got swagger in them. You almost feel certain that these are allied with the cult. They wear large robes because of the structure of their faces. You can tell that these are masked, and they're walking very slowly, very calmly in your direction.
We hate them.
However, crouched behind them, obviously making an effort to be very, very cool, you see another humanoid figure. And what you can tell about this figure in the distance is that it's slightly rounded.
Wait a minute.
That's your turn. Nesrin, you're up.
I wanted to see what's around my environment.
Okay, then go ahead and make a perception check.
21.
All right. Lapis has come close to where you are. You've just been unconscious, and the next thing you're seeing is Lapis. You thought Eula was here just a moment ago. Yera is freaked out, and as you scan the room, across directly from you are another series of stalagmites, and at the edge of the stalagmite on the ground, you see moving in an odd way, and by itself, your bag.
Oh, I'm going to go get my bag.
Okay.
I approach very cautiously because my bag is moving and that is unusual. And I also am a little disoriented, so I'm going to cautiously approach.
All right, then make a stealth check. Lapis is just standing there as you stand up and start walking away.
we came.
Yeah, it's 13.
Okay.
I'm imagining I'm very stunned.
Nesrin, you can see the wormling
The breakfast.
picking through the breakfast.
Of course.
It takes notice of you and extends its neck toward you.
I'm going to place my hand up, not reaching for it. More of a, I've got nothing on me. You got me real good last time. I learned my lesson. We'll take it at your pace. I'm still very relaxed. I grew up on a farm, so I know, like, if you get skittish around animals, you get skittish back.
Okay. Then go ahead and make an animal handling check.
Watch me not have grown up on a farm. 12.
Okay. At 12, it doesn't move. It doesn't change its posture, but it doesn't seem to get agitated at all. It simply kind of looks at you in that kind of the spitting dinosaur Jurassic Park head turn.
Yeah. Being all cute before it eats me again.
That takes us towards the new group of kobolds. They continue to move. They continue to run down the corridor. 8 of them.
Oh, it's only 8.
We got this.
Let's do it.
We got this. Rawr.
I mean, what are we worried about?
I'm very intimidating.
I've got 9 hit points.
And Mira, they've arrived at your location. So you had held your bow attack. Go ahead and make it.
Okay. Come on. 16?
16 hits.
Mm.
Go ahead and roll damage.
That is a 7.
All right, Mira, just got her. She's got tension on this bowstring, and the minute the kobolds reach her and stop, releases the bolt right into the throat of one of the kobolds. It goes back onto the ground,
Kapow.
dead. You down to 7
Only 7.
Only 7.
kobolds. Oh, that is a natural 20 on the first.
If it's an attack against, never mind. I was going to use my unsettling visage.
That's a reaction, right?
Yes.
You've got 4 who are going to attack you guys. That was an 18 plus a 22 to hit, 24 to hit, 20 to hit, 23 to hit. So 2 on Jade, 2 on Mira.
Come on now.
So that makes a disadvantage?
Yes.
Okay.
Haven't been able to use this yet.
That's a 16 to hit Jade. And that is a 13 to hit Jade.
Well, one of them hits. 16 does.
Okay, so Jade, you're going to take in the attack, you're going to take 3 points of damage.
Sweet.
Mira, you're going to take 4 points of piercing damage. And that is 4 points of piercing damage.
Mother. Okay.
How many hit points you got, Mira?
Not enough, apparently, if you have to ask.
All right, Jade, Mira, the 4 kobolds are coming to you right off the bat. Daggers are flying through the air. You're trying your best to dodge and weave. Jade, you're successful to move out of the way for one of the attacks. But Mira, both connecting with you as you are taking down 8 points of piercing damage. The other 3 kobolds make their way right through the middle of Jade and Mira, jumping into the ravine itself. 2 jumping over Eula and past her, and 1 jumping right next to Eula. The first 2 coming on Yera and Lapis. The other one coming in on Eula. Let's do the attack on Eula. That's 20 to hit.
I'm going to use Warding Flare to make him roll at disadvantage.
Ward and flare.
That's 17 to hit.
Misses.
Oh, okay. Then the one on Lapis. That's 18 to hit.
My armor class is an 18.
The one on Yera is a natural 20.
Oh,
for
shit.
Love to hear it.
sakes.
And that is where we'll end our session. We have more story to tell, my friends, and we can't wait to discover what happens right along with you. Please remember to review D20 The Curtain on Apple Podcast, Podchaser, or wherever you review shows like ours. And please, let us hear from you. Share with us your favorite moments, storylines, NPCs, thoughts, and even your suggestions with us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, all at D20 The Curtain, and our website at d20thecurtain.com. Your interaction with us helps us get to know you, and that's how we choose which community members will be our next guest player. So in the meantime, we want you to have a happy and safe holiday. And as always, have fun, be kind, and play the role.
You're killing my sister here.
You might not have a sister for much longer.
I mean, we might not have me much longer either. So.
I'll try and save her.
Sister.
There were never such dead sisters.